everyone. I hope you happen to have your beverage ready because tonight we are going to be toasting veterinary technicians across the globe. Well, primarily in the United States. We have an amazing lineup of incredible people from Wellhaven, from Idexx, from Hills, from NAVTA, from Vetcetera, who are all coming forward tonight to celebrate you as technicians. I know it's a Friday night. I'm sure you all have a lot to do this evening, but I'm telling you, stay with us. This is going to be a lot of fun. I do want to quickly start before we do anything else of this amazing, cute video from NAVTA. So I'm going to quickly share my screen. We are going to first start off this evening with our first toast. And I am really excited because Kara Burns, for those of you like, oh, Kara Burns is in the room. And so Kara happens to know that I fangirl over her all the time. So I'm going to stay on stage with you as we go ahead and raise our first glass, because I am going to point out, I do have a good heavy pour here. So for those of you as we go forward, and Kara is notorious for her very heavy pour of a Mountain Dew. So first and foremost, from Wellhaven, she's going to toast all those amazing veterinary technicians and veterinary nurses that work at Wellhaven. But let's start there first. Kara, give us a toast.
All right. Well, welcome everyone. And check this out. I actually made diet ginger ale and cranberry juice because for those that know me know that I don't drink alcohol. And I thought water was just kind of boring. So, and yes, there it is, Frenchie right on the front. So thank you, Catherine, for having this incredible opportunity to toast and celebrate veterinary technicians across the country, across the world, and especially from Wellhaven Pet Health. Again, I'm Kara. I am the Director of Veterinary Nursing for Wellhaven Pet Health. And I am thrilled to be here. We have really done quite a bit this week trying to truly recognize what we call hashtag the heart of Wellhaven. And that is our veterinary nurses and veterinary technicians. So I can't thank you all enough for everything that you do every single day. I am one of you, but I know what you have been going through prior to the pandemic and since we've been in this horrible pandemic. So thank you all so very much. I want to leave you with a couple of quotes. The first is, please act as if what you do makes a difference, because it does. That's why we're here tonight, is to celebrate the difference that you make every single day. And in the words of the great Henry David Thoreau, we are trying to increase utilization and open up opportunities. So please go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Dreams can happen, and I'm here along with everyone else to help you with those. Cheers
to that. Cheers. I like it. Optimizing what you guys can do. Okay, so next up is the wonderful, amazing Madison Rose with Hills. So talk to us about your opening toast tonight. Let's raise our glass. Again, we're going to see how fast this goes down.
Yes. Always hard to top a Kara Burns speech because she's such a wonderful contributor to this industry. We love her so much. But to the technicians from Hill's Pet Nutrition, you guys are the heart and the backbone of every clinic across the U.S., across the globe. You're the face clients see in their happiest and their saddest times. And without your care and your unrivaled compassion, the industry would be at a total loss. I am proud, very, very proud to represent a company, Hill's Pet Nutrition, who has such a high affinity, like Wellhaven and the Bridge Club, for their technicians. Because you guys, like I mentioned, you're the face, you're the heart of the clinic, and we appreciate you guys so, so much.
Cheers to that. I love that.
Cheers. Woohoo.
Cheers.
Okay, Christina, who is a LVT and project manager with Idexx. Feel the love. Are you feeling the love?
Yes,
I'm feeling the love. Okay.
Definitely. And, I just wanted to say that, Idexx really recognizes the contributions that our veterinary technicians and nurses make to the veterinary team as surgical assistants, anesthesia monitoring personnel, lab techs, client psychiatric counselors during the pandemic, additional tech support for this changing environment, angry cat whisperers, and, just the huge breadth of responsibilities that techs take on in every single clinic. And your versatile and dynamic skill set keeps clinics running every day. Now, at Idexx, in our company, many of our most valued employees, from directors to our in-clinic field support teams, they're all current or former veterinary technicians. And the value of your knowledge and insight and what you contribute every day to the profession does not go unnoticed. And we salute you.
Oh, cheers to that. My goodness.
Cheers.
I love that. Oh, see, I told you you're going to get a lot of beverages in here tonight. So now, oh my gosh. And I'm going to fangirl again. It's Ed Carlson. I love this man. He's so phenomenal. He is speaking on behalf of NAVTA tonight, which is your organization for everyone. Okay. No pressure, my friend. No pressure.
Well, it really, I have to admit, it really is hard to kind of follow Kara. I want to be her when I grow up one day. So we'll see how that works out for me. But thank you on behalf of NAVTA, not only to the Bridge Club, but to veterinary technicians and veterinary nurses everywhere. As you know, NAVTA's mission is to advance veterinary nursing and veterinary technology. And we're all here to do that, right? And really, together, we can make a difference. We need to advocate for ourselves as well as our clients, our coworkers, and our profession. And I know we can do that, and I know we can make a change.
I love that, Ed. I love that.
Thank you. And I want to also remind everyone out there that if we all just took as good a care of ourselves as the outstanding care that veterinary technicians give to their patients, we would have a much better profession. So, and you would be happier. So remember that. Take care of yourself, please. Happy veterinary.
I love that. I love that more than ever before. Cheers on that. That's fantastic. Okay. See, I told you you're going to have like 5 drinks in or 5 sips in before we even get started here tonight. Okay. So I will say this. She's our one DVM in the room.
The pressure.
The pressure is outstanding, but all of our guests are technicians with the exception of Dr. Andrea Dover. And I will say one of the reasons that I love Andrea so much is the work that she does in helping students advance their careers and take those tests that they need to. And so she is with that Brett. They also have Vetcetera, and they help all the veterinary technicians. So I turn it over to you, my good friend, for another toast to indicate, let's celebrate Veterinary Technician Week.
Absolutely. So when I was thinking about what I wanted to say tonight, I couldn't see. So I'm already getting verklempt because I know what I'm going to say. I got very emotional because I thought back at what veterinary technicians meant to me and how important they are. And I hope that I'm speaking for all the veterinarians and I'm representing tonight. I can't express our gratitude enough. And we see you and we recognize you. And I hope that we're doing a better job at making you feel like you are really valuable team members. And so my toast tonight is to all the veterinary technicians and how you've touched me throughout my career And so I want to say thank you to those who saved my bacon as a new grad, to those who gently put me in my place as an arrogant young doctor, and to those who became respected, essential colleagues and dear friends. And then finally, to the veterinary technology students who helped me find my love of education and my home. So thank you and cheers.
Oh my gosh. Cheers to that. I hope every veterinary technician feels that, because the notion is that they have made an impact on every single DVM that they have ever worked with. And Andrea, thank you for your heartfelt notion on that. I think that just warms my heart more than you can obviously ever know. So guys, we're going to keep this going. And the most important part right now is to celebrate you and those in your practice. So I would love it if you have any names of individuals that you work with that you want to make sure that we are calling out. Me personally, at the Bridge Club, we are so fortunate to have Shannon Nowak with us. And I always know it's Hughie, but I always mispronounce her last name because I can't remember how to pronounce that. But she is our Director of Technical Education, and she is freaking amazing, absolutely amazing. She is the one who actually puts together all the things that we do at the Bridge Club. And let's be honest, technicians, in fact, do everything in a practice and keep it running. And this is exactly what Shannon does for us. So a huge round of applause to Shannon on my side. And so if you've got anyone that you would like to call out, we would love to hear their name. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and jump in. I got to turn my little page here. Is she on here already? I need to make sure on my pages. No, we're missing. Oh, there she is. Becky, go ahead and turn on your camera. I want to brag on Becky Mosier and a slew of other amazing, amazing, amazing technicians who have founded the Veterinary Giving Tree. And this organization warms my freaking heart. And if I say anything wrong here, Becky, please correct me. But this started last year in the midst of all the crap that we all went through. And since this is my company, I can say crap and shit and all that. I can just say it. It was just an absolute shit show. And I literally want to praise her and her colleagues for saying, we need to help this profession. We need to make sure that we are giving back. And she found a way to do it. Her and her colleagues, I want to make sure that she can call those folks out as well. They were recently honored as winning the Bridge Club Bright Minds Awards as well for the oh, are you going to pull up your little trophy? Oh,
little trophy. How did you just say little trophy? This thing, you guys, I cannot even tell you, is literally 17 pounds of lead crystal that came back from Las Vegas with me. I took a Great Dane home easier from Las Vegas than this thing, but it's gorgeous and lovely, and we were so honored, and obviously I keep it within arm's reach.
But it's for this amazing thinking of how can we rally as a community. And this is one of the reasons, and I have been in this profession, again, I indicated I am not a technician, I am not a veterinarian, but I have been in this profession for 25 years, and I adore the love and warmth that we get from everyone around us. When we are in need, we are there to help each other out. So I'm going to turn this over to Becky to first, let's brag about the Veterinary Giving Tree, because now is the time you're asking for donations. You're asking for people. So pimp it out. I'm completely cool with that. But I also want us to then honor those amazing people that are supporting you in your endeavor.
Yeah, the first person supporting us in our endeavor actually is you, Miss Catherine. You have been a major supporter from the very second, and your enthusiasm and energy helped us validate that what we were doing was worthwhile and important. And so I thank you so much for your support. Crystal Viguera of Viticus Group and Lily Preston, a former student of mine turned colleague, and I created the Veterinary Giving Tree last year, just out of a way to help people who we knew were struggling, and we know people want to give, and just trying to see if we could connect people, not really knowing. It was definitely a leap before you look situation. In 6 weeks, we were able to raise $7,000 for 40 families. Yeah, and that was you guys. That was everyone showing up. That was Miss Catherine clearing out the Visa aisle. And it was all gift cards. It was so crazy. So now we are actually a formal 501c. So we're looking for the continued donations and support so that we can continue to support members of the veterinary industry. So this is giving time. You can go to our website, is veterinarygivingtree.com, and I'll put it in the chat, veterinarygivingtree.com. And you can donate. You can add us to your Amazon Smile, which is amazing and will be a huge deal this time of year because everyone's shopping so much. And if your hospital uses Amazon, you can create an Amazon Smile. That actually turns out to add
So
up.
can you explain, how does that work? So for some of us who don't know what that actually means, how does that actually work?
You just go to your Amazon account and search Amazon Smile, and it will bring you right to where you need to go. And then you can search the organization. You just search Veterinary Industry Giving Tree. We're in there. But to be fair, there are a lot of great organizations in there. So it is an opportunity to give 0.05% of your purchases to whatever organization is near and dear to your heart. If it's us, we appreciate it.
Well, and it's shopping time, so we all know.
Yeah. And I found out Crystal was able to do that with her hospital, and hospital, we know they spend a ton on Amazon. So it's a huge deal. They just deposit money all year. That helps us. And then we are taking nominations as well, which is really important. So you can go to our website, you can go to our Facebook group or our Facebook page and get that link. So anyone tied to the veterinary space is eligible. So last year we helped families who had lost a veterinarian member of their family by suicide. And so obviously it didn't go right to the veterinarian, but it went to their family. There were circumstances where I'm a veterinary technician and I really need to help my grandkids have a Christmas, or my niece and nephew have a Christmas. So it doesn't have to be like any one person that is directly in the hospital. If they're tied to the industry in a way and you are in the industry and want to help them, we want to find a way to try to help you out as well. And just all the support, all the, we have a podcast coming up with Vet Tech Cafe on the 31st. They were willing to do a podcast for us and featured us. We were invited to talk. It was very appreciated. And so the industry itself has been amazing, and we're so grateful because I just made a Facebook page. You guys did all the work.
So what is the financial goal this year?
Okay, so you told us $10,000, and I think $10,000 is would definitely be a really good, amazing goal that we could probably.
Did I say that? No, I didn't say that. I'm like,
you said that.
Yeah, she did.
$10,000. Let's do it.
10,000. That's a plan. And since we know there are a lot of corporates out there willing to help already, Bond Vet has stepped up and asked how they can help. So we are working on some slide decks for sponsorship, and we know that we can hit that 10,000 with the amazing corporate sponsors who are so supportive of this industry. Shout out Hills, Idexx, NAVTA, Wellhaven, and Vetcetera.
There you go. Well, I can guarantee you that the Bridge Club is definitely in for $1,000 this year. So we will definitely make sure that is happening. And so I will cut that check for you first thing in the morning. So I love you guys so much. And the fact that this was tech born.
Cry the whole time.
This is awesome, guys. This is, if you can, I know not everyone can, but in the meantime, if you are able to do that, Smiles, I think that's awesome. So I did want to call them out. I think it's an amazing organization, and it was tech born. Yes. So I love that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to switch over a little bit because we have some amazing honors that have come through. And I'm trying to get you there, Miss Mary, and I got to get Mr. Drew here, and I want to make sure that we're on. I'm back. And look at her. Oh, I'm on camera.
Well, no, I'm in a hotel room, so the lighting sucks. But that's
where are you at?
Indianapolis, the Veterinary Dental Forum, my home peeps.
Okay, well, you're just in spitting distance of me in Chicago. So hello, my friend, as we're doing this. And we have Drew with us both, and they are literally going to do some honors of people that didn't get the full acclaim because of this pesky thing we call COVID. So let's jump in, and how about you guys give us some honors from NAVTA?
Go for it, Drew.
Oh. Sorry. Did you want us to talk about other technicians that we wanted to honor?
Anyone. Let's go ahead and honor everyone and anyone. So first of all, I'm a huge fan of Mary's. Mary has come to my rescue on more than one occasion, and I absolutely adore. And so, yes, so my one that I'm nominating is Mary, and I am going to still say Kara because everyone's fangirling over Kara still. But let's go ahead and Drew, tell us about those amazing technicians.
Well, I definitely, if we're talking about technicians we want to honor, I want to talk about the president of the Utah Society of Veterinary Technicians and Assistants, Michiko Brousseau. She is incredible. Yeah, she is, been running this organization since its foundation. She, when I moved here to Utah, she was here running it with just one other person. And she's done incredible work. She built it from the ground up. And so everything that's gone on here in Utah for technicians, she is really the rock that it's all been built on. So, everyone should know her name because she's amazing and she's a wonderful person. And if you've met her, you know that I'm telling the truth. I also have to give a shout out to Ken Yagi. When I was here working in Utah on credentialing for the state for technicians, he was the point person that I went to the most frequently. I spoke to constantly. He got me contacts through NAVTA and the VNI and all the right people to talk to help things happen here. And without all the guidance and help he gave, I don't know where I would be.
So Drew, do you think that's a key piece of advice you give to any technician is really start networking and get to know those others? Because you can really take your career in unique directions.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, NAVTA can always use more help, or your state organization, whatever state you happen to be in. All I've done really, in my opinion, is just show up. And, I've met a lot of amazing people along the way, and it's just because I've just shown up. And, that's my advice to every technician who wants to make a difference in this profession. If you care and you want to see things happen for veterinary technicians or veterinary nurses across this country, just reach out to your organization, your state, or to NAVTA. Everyone will happily take your help.
I love that. I think that's important. It's not even just take your help, but get your voice heard, because everyone's got unique voices of where this profession can go. And if we start talking, it's amazing what we can do. Right. So Mary, what else do you want to add to that?
Well, I think part of it too is no matter, there's so many people that I've known along the way that have been such a big help to me and my career and everything else that we've done. But I think one of the things that's so important for veterinary technicians to remember is, to never be afraid of an opportunity. You never know where an opportunity can take you. And had I ever said no to, first of all, I don't know the meaning of the word, but had I ever said no to any of opportunities that have come my way, I don't think, we'd be where I'm at right now. So I think it's just, I always say, no matter how much it scares the bejeebies out of you, give it a shot. And, you never know what you're going to do. You have to challenge yourself every single day. So
I love that. I love that. Is there any special technicians you'd like to call out? That
oh gosh, I think right now I'm spending my time with my dental geek, so I'm going to call out the entire board of the Academy of Dental Technicians: Tammy Smith, Benita Altier, excuse me, I don't even know them. Candace, I want to say Spears, and Stephanie Johnson, and Vanessa, I can never pronounce her last name, Hausier. So all of these people we've really worked really hard in the last 2 to 3 years, really improving our academy and bringing it up to new standards and new levels. So I really just, working with those guys on a monthly basis, and now for the last 3 days here, has just been awesome and incredible.
I absolutely love that. So we do have some honorees that we want to make sure that we're talking about. So for Technicians of the Year, I think sometimes we forget, you guys are always doing all the hard work. You guys are always the ones, but there are actual true honors for really Technician of the Year. Do you guys want to dive into that?
We?
I thought, come on, we've got to have them, right? Or we're talking about that now is the time. You guys were 2020. Now
I was
is the
2020.
time that people can actually submit for those awards, because they are going to be coming up. So, I see Julie Legrid's name in here. I see people nominating, and the notion being is this is your real opportunity. They just need to go to the NAVTA website, correct? And they can go ahead and nominate the Veterinary Technician of the Year, correct?
Yeah, there's an application process. With the new website and stuff coming up, I really don't know how to do it anymore. But you can reach out to one of us and we'll figure out how to get you the right answer and how to get that form filled out.
But I think it's absolutely phenomenal. I think that this is one of those things that technicians need to be elevated at all times and not just this time of year. And I love that NAVTA does it. But I will state that state associations also honor their technicians, and we need to be bringing those forward. So if you've got a technician that you want to bring forward that has been winner of a state award, please let us know. We want to make sure that we've got that as well.
And,
So
and I'm just going to say, from the state of Kansas, please nominate. I've talked to so many states who want to have a Vet Tech of the Year, and they just are having a hard time finding nominations. So if you live in a state and you have that opportunity, nominate someone.
Or yourself, if you feel you've been kicking butt and taking names, do it. Listen, we don't need to be like, we need someone else. Like, if you're proud of what you've done, I encourage you to do that as well. Drew and Mary, thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and bring on our wonderful, and as we keep saying, fangirling about her, Kara, because I know you have been doing some incredible work at Wellhaven, and you've created a new course and you have some new graduates.
Yes, Wellhaven, our focus really is to elevate veterinary technicians and veterinary nurses, and we have been focusing on how to increase utilization in conjunction with the veterinarians. So we have veterinarians that are so supportive of increasing the utilization of their team members, which is phenomenal. I mean, that's what we've been talking about for years, right? So, so we started a nutritional counselor program. Anyone who knows me, that's not a surprise that it's nutrition, but it is, obviously the most important thing in veterinary medicine. Okay, time to mute Mary Bird.
No one gets muted on the bridge club.
So we kicked off this program. We had the first cohort go through, and it's just been amazing. These guys, they have just taken what I presented to them and ran with it. So they are doing their own nurse consults now, nurse nutrition consults, working, letting their veterinarians obviously know what's going on, and the vets have been thrilled to just let them go, run with it. So we have had. I want to introduce the one person that is here. From Wellhaven, who did complete the course, and she has just been nailing it. She's implemented all of her own handouts, and she got hit, of course, with the tough questions that some of us or some in the profession are like, oh, I don't want to talk to them about that, and she embraced it and is changing minds, changing diets, all in the best interest of that pet. And that individual is Chelsea Urazar from Arc Animal Clinic in Bend, Oregon. And Chelsea is on tonight. So if you guys can just give a huge round of applause or shout out or whatever, because she was awesome. I do want to mention the other, Sarah Murray was also going to try to be on. I don't see that she's on, but again, like Chelsea, just embraced it, has talked to the entire team about.
I mean, it is Friday night, I'm just going to say. I'm good,
Yeah. I get that. But thank you to Chelsea for being here. But so Sarah Murray in Bozeman, Montana, Dion Blanche and Roxanne Evans from Minnetonka, Minnesota, and Melissa Surginian from St. Paul, Minnesota. They are just incredible. And I can't tell you how happy and how excited I am to have, more technicians, more individuals talking nutrition and the importance of nutrition with their clients. So Chelsea, thanks for being here, and to all of them, Wellhaven is so happy, so proud of them, and truly, again, they are the heart of Wellhaven.
I love that. So we're going to do a little, I've never done this before. So I'm going to bring up Mary Duran. So I'm going to go ahead and invite her to the stage. So she's got to like accept this because she has a few folks that I'd love to have her. So soon after granting camera. Okay, so you just have to turn on your camera, I think, in order to be able to do it. Is she on yet? Oh, there she is. Okay, so Mary, I'm going to go ahead and pin you so we can have you. I'd love to have you talk about some of, as we've been talking in general, some of the congratulations and some of those technicians that have impacted you.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Sorry, I kind of look awful. I've been under the weather for a while. It turns out I'm going to have my gallbladder removed.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, I've been in and out of the emergency room for like probably a week now. And
Oh no.
but yeah, so
But she made time to come and celebrate technicians. Yay!
right? Yeah. So I definitely owe a lot of my kudos to and I put it in the chat, Mary Berg, Julie Legren. Sorry, there's chaos going
Oh,
on.
we're people first, we're
my
professionals second. We all love it.
They have a spurt of them. But yes, Julie, Mary, Becky, Rebecca Rose, huge mentors for me. I kind of got involved in my state association when I went to our annual convention, and I really just wanted to make table decorations, and that's how I kind of got involved.
Oh, wow.
Are you able to hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
And so Kim Horn had actually was like, do you want to run for president of MAVT? And I was like, no. I really just wanted to make table decorations. So then I ended up getting, I got elected to be state representative, and 6 years later, I'm still state representative, and I'm on a few other volunteer organizations too. I think I'm up to 10, because just like Mary Berg, I don't know the word no either. And now I'm teaching full time.
But you know what? This is what makes the world better, because we have technicians that are willing to jump in there and really be a part of all parts of it. And I can't thank you enough for everything that you are doing for this profession. It means the world.
Thank you. Yeah, and if it wasn't for some of the OGs that we have online tonight, I wouldn't be where I am today. So I definitely owe it a lot to them.
Oh my God, Mary, you've just been called an OG.
I've been called old
Mary.
all week. Every meeting I've been in, I've been called the old timer. So I'm not sure what.
No. That's not what that means. That's not. It's not old timers. I didn't
that's
say
what I am.
OGs. I said OGs. Oh my God, you were funny as all get out. You
old guy, old girl, whatever. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you are funny. Okay, so Christina, I'm going to have you come on up and have us talk and go through some of the technicians that have made such an impact on you and within Idexx.
So I started the veterinary profession. It feels like a very long time ago, back in 1998, and I was very fortunate to come into a clinic where I came in as my senior year of high school, knowing the veterinary industry was where I wanted to be, and went in with that mentality of, this is what I love. I'm going to scoop poop for the next 6 months, and I'm going to love every second of it. And really just rode that all the way up through 17 years in clinic to operations manager and head technician, and just loving every second of how dynamic you're able to be as a tech. And so for as far as I know, sometimes people say, well, you come in as a technician and there's not a lot of career progression, or, there's always opportunities. There's always new ways to learn something and to specialize. There's always, ways to find the opportunity within. So I have loved the industry since the very beginning, and I'm so happy to still be a part of it now at Idexx.
I love that.
And I say, for Idexx, there's two areas we have really learned, besides technicians being the hub of the practice in the background, doing all the data entry, filling prescriptions, running all the lab tests. They're also the ones out front that are speaking to clients, making sure they feel okay with what's going on with their pets. Some of them are reviewing estimates, and going over financials and explaining what's going to happen in surgical procedures. And being able to take that experience, it applies so broadly to so many things. And so for us at Idexx, one of the ways we're looking to continue that support is by bringing some of our veterinary university programs to the technician forum as well. And so that's something that we're really looking at and planning, is bringing things like grand rounds and other diagnostic modalities to our technician programs out there. And within Idexx, I think the two techs I would love to call out are actually this year's VMX presenters
Oh, wow.
for Idexx. And so they are two of our field support representatives. And I'm not sure how many of you know what field support does for Idexx, but they tend to be technicians, and they come in, and that time when your analyzer's not working and you're backed up in rooms and you don't know what to do, they will come in and do all the troubleshooting for you. They come in and do equipment setup. They do training on what's new. They are always there as background support to make sure that the whole clinic feels like they've got an extra pair of hands. And so we're going to have Kate Barman and Michonne Vieira presenting for us this year at VMX, and bringing that peer-to-peer view and support to a national stage. And so I just want to call out and say thank you to them and to the whole field support team for what they help bring to technicians in the industry.
So we do have one huge question that has come up in the chat, and that is, do you have the world's greatest green thumb on the planet? Because you are surrounded by amazing plants.
I have 48 plants at this point. It's become sort of a pandemic hobby. And so
that is awesome.
I could not leave my house, and my cats are elderly. One is 17 and the other one is 16. And I told the kids we could not get a puppy. And so plants have become the surrogate children. They have yet to keep a cactus alive. So the puppy responsibilities look like they'll still be on me this year.
This is awesome, and I have to say it's one of my joys of this evening. But I do want to see, I love how you said the hub of the profession. I've said the engine of the profession. I'd love for what other key phrases that you think that you should also be known as in the profession. Throw that into the chat. I think that would be phenomenal for us to share. But seriously, Christina, thank you for jumping in and being a part of this tonight. I think that you've got a great you've been a great addition, but in addition, I think the plants have been a good, for us. We've all loved it. And we're wishing we had all that oxygen coming off of that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to turn this over for Andrea now to give us on, because you are the one that helps get all these technicians through school to take their tests and all that. So let's honor those amazing veterinary nurses and technicians and what they have achieved as well.
For sure. So some of you are probably seeing that Vetcetera logo at the top of the screen and going, what's that? I've never even heard of it. So I'm the director here at Vet Prep, and along with Vet Prep and Vet Tech Prep, we've created a community that we really want veterinary technicians to be an essential part of. We're creating a gathering place, a safe space for veterinary professionals, veterinarians, as well as veterinary technicians. And so I have my colleague here who runs Vet Tech Prep and is such an amazing champion. She's an RVT herself. Her name is Victoria Olson, Vicky. And so she is helping build this community along with Vet Prep, and is such an amazing voice within our company, an advocate for helping those vet tech students pass that VTNE, that big test, to become registered, to become licensed. And so I want to just give a shout out to her that there are so many different things that we can do within veterinary industry, and education being one of them. And that's certainly Vicky's passion. She started out as a surgery tech, and then she's been now with Vet Tech Prep for, geez, Vicky, I don't know, tell me, like 7-8 years, I think, a long time. So Vicky's my first shout out, and she's a very honored, valued colleague, and really doing great things to help the next generation of veterinary technicians enter the workforce and enter our field. The other technician that I wanted to give a shout out to, and I'm sad that she was unable to make it tonight. She's actually out with her faculty. She's one of my longest childhood friends, and her name is Jennifer Serling. She's also a technician, and Jennifer's the president of the AVT, American Veterinary Technician Education Association. And Jennifer also is an amazing example of what you can do as a veterinary technician over and above working practices. And she's authored a large animal textbook. She's authored a practical pharmacology textbook for veterinary technicians. And so she's one of the people in the forefront also in education. And I just feel really privileged that, you know, back in the day, Jennifer and I were riding ponies bareback, and now she's doing these amazing things to help the veterinary technician community and really get the recognition that you deserve. So.
Well, she's getting great call outs, and people are shouting and applauding, and we wish that she were here, but you know, someone's got to keep doing the job. Someone's got to keep the lights on.
I'm going to share the link with her, and this is going to be a complete surprise. So when I chatted with her on Facebook today, I tried to get her to come. She couldn't come, and so I didn't even tell her that I'm doing this. So it's going to be a complete surprise. I'm really excited.
I love it. I love it. And because I just can't help myself and I adore her more than anything else in this world, I am going to have Shannon turn on her camera and literally get us ready just in a second, not quite yet, for our parting toast tonight, because we do know it's a Friday night. We want to make sure everyone can enjoy their evening. But I do really want to thank literally everyone who gave their time tonight, from Drew and Becky and Kara and Christina and Andrea and Ed, and I'm sure I probably have forgotten someone, Mary and Madison, for giving their time tonight, because this is just a small fraction of the amazing human beings that are making such an impact on our profession. And if it weren't for you, whether you're the hub of the practice or you're the engine of the profession, whatever we want to call you, badasses is what you all are. I just really want to thank you, everyone, for your commitment to this profession. And so it is my heart-filled honor to turn it over to Shannon, one of my favorite technicians on the entire planet. Sorry, Kara. Because she literally is my rock. She is the one.
I agree with you.
I agree. Thank you. That helps keep this organization running. And I have to, honest to God, say what I love is she is so humble. She has no idea the impact she makes on my life daily. And if it were not for her, we would not be where we are today. And even I'm going to tear up, so I'm going to stop and I'm going to turn over her to do the final toast.
Okay, and I do have notes in front of me because I'm not the best at this, but I first of all wanted to just say what a night of just love. I can feel it pouring out, and I just think it's amazing. But I just want to take another quick minute to thank our sponsors. So thank you, everyone, and of course to wish you all a happy National Veterinary Technician Week. I know that our jobs often seem thankless, but the more that I think about that, the more I realize that couldn't be further from the truth. I think, we don't always get a verbal affirmation, but we can see it in the gratitude reflected, from our patients when they look at us, pouring out of the hearts of our clients, and even in those exhausted glances, from a colleague or from a veterinarian when you're in the middle of a late night emergency surgery. So it's there. It's just not always verbalized. And then I was thinking, back when I was in school, which was a long time ago, we used to joke about how we were the foundation of the school. So we'll throw in another term, foundation. But literally our classes were in the basement of the vet school. So it was just kind of funny, like they were the foundation. But the more I think about that, that's just totally honest and true, right? I think without veterinary technicians, where would the profession be? So we literally are the heart and soul of the veterinary profession. And I don't want anybody, I'm going to get emotional too, to ever forget that. I know it's been a challenging few years, but together I really feel like we're changing the profession for the better. So I want you to just take some time this week to thank all of the mentors, colleagues, anyone who's kind of helped shape you into the professional that you are today. But then also just take some time to rest and relax, recharge, treat yourself a little bit. And I don't mean getting a facial from the steam of the autoclave. That's not really where I'm going with this. It doesn't count. but really just take some time to honor yourself. And so with that, I just wanted to toast and say, here's to honoring ourselves, supporting each other, and advancing the profession together. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.